Our theatres are a much-loved source of entertainment, but in these difficult financial times, they're struggling and having to manage with less public money. So how can the region's theatres survive? I'm going to find out if theatres can attract audiences from that other great dramatic venue, the football grounds. This is Laura. She loves drama, but not at the theatre. She likes the thrill of football.
I love the football because it's exciting. You never know what's going to happen each Saturday. I mean, I support a team that doesn't win necessarily their games every week, but that's kind of the enjoyment of it. And when they do win, you know, I go home with a massive smile on my face.
Our research shows that across the East, the number of theatre performances and tickets sold fell in the last year. So how can our theatres tempt more people in? Could they possibly learn from football? People will take a risk at football, but they're much more reluctant to try new things at the theatre. But that's exactly what Laura's going to do for Inside Out. This is your challenge. In this envelope, we've got tickets to 2 shows at the theatre, very different ones, a musical and a much more hard-going play. And what we're asking is, will you go along, see them, and let us know what you think?
I've never been before, but I will give it a go.
There you go then.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to something new, but it probably won't ever take the place of my beloved football.
The theatres that were surveyed across our region reported that ticket sales for plays dropped by 1/3 over the past year. It's a far cry from the golden age of theatre. Well, this is what theatres looked like 100 years ago. This is the Royal Theatre in Northampton. But nowadays, theatres are having to change in order to survive. Inside, there's a large bar and cafe and 3 venues. The cinema named after former Northampton theatre actor Errol Flynn, the modern Derngate, which presents touring shows, and the Royal Theatre, which produces new plays. But new plays don't always attract big audiences. So is there a danger that our theatres will only present shows which are guaranteed to succeed?
We've been producing on this site for many, many years, and so it's a responsibility for us to continue to do that. But producing is the lifeblood of our market. If we are not supporting the next generation of artists, if we're not identifying new writers, supporting new talent, then actually the shows that we present on the large scale just won't exist.
So theatres are looking at other leisure activities for ideas to help them survive.
I don't think a day goes by when a theatre doesn't think about ticket pricing. If you look at low-cost airlines and the sophisticated way that they sell tickets, then there's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't see that increasingly in theatre. If people have the time to go online and look for a bargain and they want a bargain, then they should be able to find that bargain.
Laura's first show is Brave New World, a brand new adaptation by this theatre from the book by Aldous Huxley.
People that I know don't really come to the theatre, so a lot of my friends, like my dad and family, we all go to the football, so that's kind of more of an outing rather than the theatre.
Well, the play is just about to start inside, but we can't actually film what's going on the stage. But don't worry, we'll catch up after the performance with Laura and find out what she thought.
Brave New World is our current Made in Northampton production. It's a really bold, adventurous adaptation of Aldous Huxley's classic novel, and we've had the opportunity to create the world premiere production here in Northampton, and we're immensely proud that we can make work like this here in Northampton before taking it off all over the country on tour.
It's kind of taken me out of my comfort zone a little bit. I like the fact that it's made a whole evening out of it. It's not just kind of an hour and a half, you know, having dinner, having a drink before and the play and then the interval.
Producing new plays like Brave New World is the riskiest part of regional theatre and relies on a grant from the Arts Council. But that could be cut in the government's spending review later this month.
The implications of the spending review, if the cuts are enormous, will be huge, and undoubtedly theatres will have to decide how they're going to cope with those cuts, and they might decide that they're going to do less work. They might decide they can't do any work at all and it has to close. It is a very real possibility that if the cuts that we've been asked to model in the region of 20 to 40%, if that actually happens, that theatres will close.
Well, Laura's second show is the musical Hairspray, and musicals are actually amongst the most popular shows here, and they tend to appeal to women, so it should be right up Laura's street. And I think I'll join them. Laura, are you looking forward to tonight?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to tonight.
What appeals then about it?
It's kind of more easygoing, more enjoyable, probably less of a storyline I have to concentrate on. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Touring productions with a well-known cast are almost always popular, and may be the only thing that the theatres dare put on if they lose their grants.
Hairspray is a big camp, fun-filled musical set in 1962's Baltimore. Previously, this production has enjoyed huge success on Broadway, in West End, on UK tour, and we're absolutely certain this will prove to be hugely popular with the audiences here in Northampton and on the rest of its UK tour.
Some folks don't get it, but we never fret it, 'cause we know the time is our friend. You'll always hit the spot, big shot. You're timeless.
It was great. It was a really enjoyable experience. You've got to respect those professionals that can sing and dance and act. It's pretty amazing and great to watch.
So, did it turn you on to theatre? Do you think, it's something you'll investigate or continue with?
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to my friends that I'd be interested maybe in coming to watch Jersey Boys in January, so that I might give it another chance and see how we go from there.
So if you say that going to watch a match of football is 10 out of 10 for you, what would you rate the play and tonight's performance?
Well, football's not always a 10 out of 10 if they're not winning, but I would probably give tonight's performance about an 8 out of 10. And last, The Brave New World, I'd probably about a 6 or a 7, but that was just my personal opinion.
So can the theatres learn anything from the football experience? Laura is turning the tables and taking Martin Sutherland to his first Northampton Town football game.
Certainly I hope for lots of drama, and certainly, and probably a happy ending as well would be nice, wouldn't it?
Northampton win the game 2-1 and the home fans go home happy. But was it a good experience for Martin?
A good time, and the right team won, so there was a happy ending in the end, lots of drama. Quite a bit of overacting as well at various points, but it was good fun.
But on a serious note, did you learn anything, I think?
I think what's really interesting about football is actually this sense of fans, having real loyalty of people who come here. Theatre audiences think about themselves as loyal attenders, maybe coming 2-3 times a year, whereas there's something here that means that people want to come week in, week out. Even in the freezing cold temperature like today, they're really coming out and showing their colours for their local team. So there's something to be learned about fan loyalty, audience attendances more regularly. So it's an interesting model.
So local football and theatre are a big part of our culture and entertainment, and will continue to be so if they both keep getting the support they need.